welcome to the Drivers Room. This is the Festival of Speed, round 4 for Tier 1 from Alsace Village, the number 2 layout. Before we head on down to the grid and see how the guys got on in qualifying, we'll take a quick look at the league table. Well, in first we have Neon Knights on 122 points. Not too far behind in second, we got Firestorm on 114. In third on 86, we have Non Plus Ultra Mark II. In fourth, we have Team Pegasus on 84 points. Fifth, JB Lads on 64. In sixth, we have Team Sega on 57. And in seventh, we have Big Scary Goat Motorsport on 42. So that's the league standings, and looking quite tight between Firestorm and Neon Knights. Also got a good battle for third between Non Plus Ultra and Pegasus. Let's head down to the grid and see how the drivers got on during qualifying. In first, we have Alex on a Super Softs. Great start for Alex to the season with a first and a second in rounds 1 and 2. Missed round 3 unfortunately, but that's not going to stop his progress up the table. He's going to be looking from pole today to get pole to win run. See how he gets on. There's a couple of very quick guys just behind him. Also, this will be the last time he uses the DBR9, so we'll be looking to sign off in style as we switch over to the opposite cars for the rest of the season in round 5. In second, we have Sean. He's running Racing Softs on the front and Super Softs on the rear. Sean has shown in Season 3 why he was so dominant on his way to a Tier 2 championship in Season 2. Like his Neon Knights teammate Alex, he has also taken a first and second in the first 2 rounds. And he also got a second, in round 3. So he hasn't been off the podium so far this season. Can he keep it up and take another podium here today in round 4? And I'm sure he's going to be looking to push towards that Tier 1 title. In third, we've got Flapjack on Racing Softs. Flapjack missed round 1 at the start of the season, but in round 2 and 3, Flapjack has shown that he's also not out of place in Tier 1 after his promotion from Tier 2, taking a second and a first place finish. He'll be looking to get past the pair of Neon Knights up front, especially past his nemesis from Season 2, Sean, just ahead of him, and get some more top points for Team Pegasus. In fourth, we've got Wilco on Racing Super Softs. A steady start to the season for Wilco with a couple of mid-table finishes, but a third in his last outing will give him the confidence to push forward from fourth today. In fifth, we've got Muller on Racing Super Softs. Another driver who's had a steady couple of rounds with a couple of mid-table finishes, but a good quality day in fifth is going to give him a good chance to get a decent result today. In sixth, we have MJR Mercer, or Mr. Driver's Room, on Racing Super Softs. Mercer's had a bit of an up and down start to the season with a mid-table to lower half-table finishes with a decent qualifying today though, even with a smaller grid. A good result is on the cards for him today. And in seventh, we have Canny on Racing Softs. Canny's another driver with an up and down start for the season. He had a DNF in round 1, but a decent result in round 2. Was followed by a 9th in round 3. Shows he can get a result, but maybe just isn't getting the luck so far in Season 3. Let's see with the reduced grid today if he can maybe find that little bit of luck for a good result today. So that's your grid for round 4 of Tier 1. See, we got a bit of a smaller grid today. Let's hope the guys can give us some spectacular racing we get to see from Tier 1. Let's head to the front of the grid and see how they get on. So, we're at the start of round 4 for Tier 1. The guys are getting ready for lights out. You see the lights of 3, 4, 5 red lights. The revs will pick up and They are away. Lights go green. Alex with a decent start. Sean also with a great start, but getting up past Alex. Both go side by side into that tight turn one, but no contact between the two Neon Knights drivers as they head on up the hill. Sean getting ahead of Alex. Flapjack still in third. He's got Wilco all over him as they drop down the hill towards the tight right-hander. Wilco just backs off and lets Flapjack get away. The Aston is a little bit better on the tight twisty tracks than the F1, but Wilco is back at him here. Nearly collects, but he just bounces over the curve. That's going to lose Wilco a little bit of momentum. Muller just behind. He's going to be watching it with a little bit of hope. And the pressure's going to tell early as he's all over the back of Wilco now. If he can get past Wilco, it'll be a Neon Knights 1-2. Pegasus then 4. Muller just sticking his nose in. He's looking ready, putting pressure on Wilco now. We've got Mercer in 6th, Canny just behind him in 7th. Sean just starting to break away now from Alex. Alex being hounded by Flapjack as they come down towards the hairpin. Alex goes a little bit deep. Is that going to give Flapjack the run of the inside? And Flapjack is up alongside. He's going to be on the outside though for that tight right-hander at the end of the start-finish straight. He just slots back in behind Alex. And he's showing Alex a little bit of contact there, but no problem. That's just lost Flapjack some momentum. Wilco now looking around the outside. Looking for a switchback. Back end of that McLaren just dancing about. This track really is. Ooh, Flapjack just getting on the loud pedal a little bit too much. Allows Wilco up alongside. Wilco is going to have the inside for the right. Can he get across in front? He does. He takes the position as they head into the fast left-hander, but runs out wide, so that's going to give Flapjack to look back past. Flapjack up into 3rd. These boys are definitely fighting tooth and nail at the start of this race here. Barely finished the 2nd lap and they are duking it out. Muller very sensibly sitting behind and watching it all unfold in front of him as Wilco has binned it. Let's jump back and see what happened to Paul Wilco. We jump on board with Wilco here as he heads down towards this. Heavy braking away. Oh, he just outbrakes himself. Hits the back of Flapjack and then trying to not punt him off. Ends up losing it himself. It's unfortunate for Flapjack. Wilco, sorry, that's dropped him down to 5th. So that's promoted Muller up to 4th now after Wilco's accident. And we see Alex diving across the track. What's happened to Alex? Let's go back and we'll take a quick look and see what the problem there was with Alex. So now on board with Alex, just coming down to that tight left-hander, takes it through nicely, just running a little bit wide, just gets her out onto the grass and is fighting to get the car back under control, but he gets it all straightened up nicely and tucks in behind Muller. Unlucky there for Alex, but could have been a lot worse. Just kind of a little bit of damage there on the front left. We'll wear off ways shortly as we're going to use light damage in the DRFS. The front of that car looking a bit worse for the wear now after that contact. Just runs deep into that horrible hairpin, downhill braking, just runs a little bit deep again. That's given Sean all the breathing room he needs now. He's got a bit of a gap now back to his arch enemy, Flapjack. Promoted Muller now up into 3rd. So we've got Neon Knights 1st, Pegasus 2nd, 3rd, Neon Knights 4th. just run through the order. We've got Mr. Sean up in first, Flapjack in second, Muller in third, Alex in fourth after his mistake on the last lap. Carney now up into fifth. Great start for Carney. Mercer in sixth. Wilco has dropped way off the back now in seventh. Maybe he had another incident, or he just kept the position off the road until everyone was passed. Really pushing that F1 hard. It doesn't really like these corners. It's much better suited to the Aston Martin this track. But if you like what you see here in DRFS, we also have lots of other series available. Come and find us on Discord at Driversroom, or you can find us on Twitter at Driversroom, and we'll point you in the right direction to get signed up. We have the DRFS series that you're watching right now, Tier 1 and Tier 2. It's a 4-driver team series. We also have the DRSL, which is a Sunday league, which is a one-make half-an-hour race. It's on just before this. You have the hour endurance race on a Thursday, the DREC or DREC, Drivers Room Endurance Championship. You have the DRX, which is the Drivers Room Rallycross series, runs on every other Saturday. You have the DRAS series, or Dr. Ass, Drivers Room Asian Super Saloons, based on the Touring Car Series, runs on a Tuesday. Plus many others in between that we do. Soft and some dirt lobbies, some Project Car 2 lobbies now and again, Formula 1 lobbies, so there's always racing going on. Get on over, get signed up. We also have 2 areas one-off endurance events that happen every few weeks. So there's loads going on. Get on over, get signed up. We'll get you in for some good, clean league racing. If you also want to catch any more footage or highlights, you've got myself, CP Racing. You have Kumaru 75. You have Bryce Racing. You have AGT Racer, the voice of the Drivers Room. You also have Muller_CJ. You have Plucks the Duck. So hop on over to the YouTube channels. There's plenty to see. Like and subscribe. We also have a lot of live streamers during races. So a few of them do live streams. There's also Jamie_D, Big Shadow, Camaro 75 also live streams, Midlife Racing live streams. So there's always content out there from the Drivers Room. Get involved, and if you like what you see, get on over and we'll get you signed up. But back to the race. We're on lap 5, coming up to 8 minutes into the race. Mr. Sean is still in a commanding lead out in front. He is 2.5 seconds ahead of Flapjack. Flapjack is in second. Sean's tyres are looking pretty good. Flapjack is giving his torturing, trying to get back up with Sean. He has quite a gap back to Alex, who is now up into third past Muller, but is also really leaning on that front right, quite heavy. Muller now in fourth. Again, his front right isn't looking too clever. He's also picked up 1.5 second penalty. He's got down to 1.4, so it's going to bleed that off through the lap. Canny running strong in fifth. His tyres also looking a bit worse for weather. As you see, a little bit of a lock-up on both fronts as he entered that corner. You got Mercer in sixth. He's trying to chase down Canny. And you look at the tyres, just look a lot better on the Aston Martins than they do on the McLarens. Just that front right taking a bit of a pounding on them. And you got Wilco still trying to recover from his earlier incident. He's really pushing those tyres hard. See, Alex is jumping into the pits. He's the first one to blink, coming up to 10 minutes. So probably looking for a 2-stopper from Alex. Muller is also in. Sorry, cameraman decides to flick to that horrible chase cam when they come out of the pits. So that's Alex in, back on another set of super softs. Fuel's not going to be an issue in this race, just tyres. So he can be back in the pursuit of the guys in front. Flapjack will probably be looking to pit soon as well. That front right looking terrible, but the split tyre strategy from Sean seems to be paying off quite well. He's going to be able to push it out quite a bit longer. Should probably be able to one-stop this quite easily. See if he changes his mind, seeing the times of the guys behind. Muller now out, and Mercer is up ahead of Canny. Canny must have had an issue there on that last lap. His tyres looking very, very second-hand now. Just struggling to keep that F1 in line, but sorry to sound like a bit of a stock record. This track does suit the Aston Martins a lot better than the McLarens. So as you can see, as we run through the grid, you got Aston Martin, Aston Martin, Aston Martin, Aston Martin, Aston Martin, and the 2 McLarens at the back. See Flapjack now heading into the pits. Alex be able to jump him. He's going to come out very close. It's a horrible pit exit here, but Flapjack actually got out nicely ahead of Alex. Alex didn't make too much inroads in towards him after his pit. Caddy jumps into the pits. From the back, he's jumping in to get rid of those softs, put a set of super softs on the scene. Lower fuel, so tyres should be able to take it a little bit better. Sean is still yet to stop out in front. His lead now 9 seconds over Flapjack. Flapjack with a 2.2 second lead over Alex as well. So things looking very rosy for Sean at the moment as we're starting to approach the halfway mark of this race. So things, he's got lead now. He might be able to get in and out of the pits and still maintain his first place. So it's looking very good for Sean right now. Flapjack just trying to stretch away from Alex, which looks like he's doing at the moment. It was 2.2 seconds. It's now got 3.1, so just over a second on that last lap. Flapjack's been able to pull out away from Alex. Alex stopped that a little bit earlier. His front tyres are just taking that little bit more out of. Not a massive lot, but every little helps, as major supermarket brand says. Muller in 4th now, he's dropped off quite a bit from that front pack. He's got Mercer and Wilco battling it out. Mercer's tyres, horrendous. He really should have pitted that last lap, maybe before that. Those super softs in the front of that car are nearly gone altogether. Wilco on the fresh rubber. Might not be the most suited car, but with rubber like that, it doesn't really matter. Wilco should be able to pull away from Mercer near there. at the back there in 7th after his stop. Mercer's definitely going to have to come in this lap. If he doesn't, he may as well drive around on the wheel rims. You'll have just as much grip. See Sean now diving in the pits as we just hit the 15-minute mark. Can he get out ahead of Flapjack? And Flapjack's through into first. She just clouts the barrier there as he takes that first turn. Sean's not too far behind him with the much better tyres. Expect him to close that gap back up. Alex's tyres not looking too good. Mercer finally comes into the pits there. It's going to drop him for the back of the pack. Alex stopped in around about 10 minutes, so we'll probably expect him to pit again with a 20-minute mark. So you have to see if that strategy will pay out for him, but it's going to be tight. He will have the better tyres of the two drivers come the end of the race, but will the gap be too big for him to make up? Muller there in a comfortable fourth. Welcome now breaking away from the guys behind. Canny in 6th. Mercer after his stop now. Finally got some rubber back on those wheels. Yeah, we're looking to close up the Canny fast and get past them. Get back after Welco. Jack said the fastest lap of the race last time round was about 49.6. It's going to be down one of the reasons why he managed to jump Sean, putting him some real quick times there. Can Sean stick with him now? See Flapjack's tyres, front tyres starting to make a bit overbeaten. Sean's looking a little bit closer every corner. Just that little bit of extra grip allowing him to carry that bit more speed through. Little by little he's reeling him in. Alex back in 3rd. Great sounding car, that F1. Yeah, Canny's just banging away there on the downshift. Well, a hop on board was shown here as he chases down Flapjack. Very tricky this down the hairpin. Sean goes in a bit of a lunge. Flapjack was diving into the pits. Maybe that's why Flapjack was a lot slower. He was looking to go into the pits. Back and take a look at that, see what happened. See him coming down the hill now. Flapjack is trying to turn over, but Sean was there. Just an unfortunate circumstance there. Flapjack trying to go in the pits. Sean trying to get the job done as Alex also jumps in behind, so it's Quite smart from Flapjack there, even if he didn't need to go into the pits, he's covered off Alex. Alex maybe pitting a little bit earlier than last time there on 18 minutes still. So maybe could put him a little bit down towards the end of the race. He's going to take tyres longer than he took the last set. We'll go into the pits as well. That's going to promote Canny and promote Mercer. Muller not too far behind Alex, but Muller doesn't have the tyres that Alex does. Muller might have to stop again. Mercer now up into 5th. He's got ahead of Canny and Wilco. Let's have a look and see what happened there, because Mercer definitely wasn't in the lead of them. Oh, he was. Mercer was already ahead of Canny. I got that wrong. Canny just got past Wilco coming out of the pits. So that's how that happened. So we jump back up front with the leader. Sean stretched away from Flapjack after Flapjack dove into the pits. He now has a 7-second lead over Flapjack. So it's looking pretty good for Sean right now, as long as he can hold on to these tyres, which we know he is very good on keeping his tyres. If he can hold on to them for the next 10 minutes, it should see him home for the victory. So Flapjack with his fresher tyres will be pushing. Muller jumps into the pits there from 4th. He's got enough of a gap over Mercer, Canny and Wilco to stay in 4th. Unfortunately, we don't have as big a grid as normal today. So the field's actually spread out quite a bit, so not a lot of action going on, just a lot of people trying to catch and close up gaps. Front 4 quite spaced out now, unless something dramatic happens. It's probably going to stay that way. See what Flapjack to do to close up to Sean, but apart from that, 3rd and 4th looks set. Mercer now in 5th. He's got Wilco closing on him, so Wilco making a last dash push now for 5th. See how he gets on with the closing stages, and then Canny in 7th. Sean still has quite a big gap now over Sean, or whatever I just said. Sean still has quite a big gap over Flapjack, and the Flapjack just set another fastest lap, beating his previous fastest lap. He actually beat it 2 laps on the bounce and missed that. He formed 49.5, which beat his 149.6, and then topped that with a 149.3. So he's really putting the pressure now on Sean. Sean's only managing 150 flats at the minute. He's 153 and then 150 flat. See the gaps now down to 5 seconds. They do still have 6 minutes remaining, so there is a possibility Flapjack might catch him towards the end, but it's gonna be hard. It's already looking at the tyres. Flapjack's fronts are exactly the same as Sean's. Excuse me, Flapjack's tyres are younger. Interesting to see how this pans out towards the end. Flapjack really is not giving up on this. He's gonna push, try and get another victory for Pegasus. see Mercer and Wilco now battling it out for 5th and 6th. Jump on board with Wilco in his F1 as he hunts down Mr. Driversroom in front of him. Just getting hooked up a bit better, but has to concede. A lot of to and fro from these two. Wilco trying to get up alongside, but he's going to be around the outside. He's going to be looking for the inside down into the hairpin. He is just ahead. That's Wilco up into 5th. Great battle from them two. That battle started 4 or 5 laps, 4 or 5 corners there. Before that, Wilco gets the job done. That's him up to 6th. See, can he break away from Mercer now? He's gonna try his hardest. Oh, see, can he just had a bit of an issue coming up the hill? Flapjack still pumping in 149, so he's still going to be closing on Sean ever so slightly, bit by bit. Still 5.2. It's going to be tight, but Flapjack might run out of time. So not even in picture there as he comes down the hill to finish off lap 14. Excuse me. Flapjack just coming on the start-finish straight. You can see Sean heading off it ahead. 150.3 for Flapjack and a 150.4 for Sean. So is it probably going to be too little too late? He's catching him bit by bit, but he needs to be taking chunks of time out of him right now. Down to 4.9, he's not really making the inroads he needs to make, but he's going to keep trying nonetheless. His front tyres now are worse than Sean, so he is pushing and pushing hard. I think Alex has settled for 3rd now. He's not really been on the pace of the boys ahead today. He's been in 150s, 151s for most of it. The Alsace isn't his favourite place in this car, but sure he'll be back for the next round. A very quick driver, so he's not going to go away without a fight, that's for sure. Muller in 4th, very comfortable 4th. He's not going to lose that now in the closing stages. Not unless he manages to drop it altogether. Wilco now pulling away from Mercer in 5th. Great move on that last lap. Mercer's dropped back a bit from Wilco there now, but he's safe with Canny behind. Canny may have had enough. Ghosted. Don't blame him. That car is an absolute handful around here. So we're into the last 2 minutes. So we've got this lap and 1 more to go. What's the gap now between the front two? 4.3. Now it's all done over. Looks like Sean's going to take his 2nd victory in Tier 1. He's going to extend Neon Knight's lead at the top of the table. We're desperately trying to break the grasp of this team on the title here in DRFS, but it is quite difficult when you got these drivers running away at the front for them. Flapjack tried his hardest today to stop Sean, but he's not been able to live with him. His tyres are going to be in a lot of pain over this. Last 2 laps, that front right is looking very, very sorry for itself. Alex in third. A little mistake from Alex earlier on in the race. As he nearly does the exact same one again, as I mentioned it. Yeah, Alex not really been at his best today. A little bit off the pace at the front too, but a great third place for him. He's definitely going to come back fighting in the next round. They say we all swap over. These boys in the Aston Martins have to swap to their McLarens for round 5 and onwards. Muller with a very decent race in 4th. Wilco has battled away after his incident and got back up to 5th. Great fight with Mercer, and Mercer has dropped off at the back now. In 6th, we see Alex has crossed the line to finish. Sean and Flapjack are still going, so Alex in 3rd. Muller is going to come home in 4th. Wilco is going to come home in 5th. And we see Mercer coming home in 6th. As he handbrakes her across the line. Doesn't have to use her again now, so he can stove the front end in. It's fine. See Sean coming around on his last lap. Got Flapjack not too far behind him now. Still 4.6, what we're talking about. So Sean just gonna do a procession back to the end. Great victory from Sean today. Took the lead off the line, took it from Alex and never looked back. Great strategy with his tyres, set him up well to be able to run longer than the others. So Sean coming home to take the victory in round 4 for Neon Knights. Flapjack coming home in 2nd. Join us next week for round 5.